Today we'll discuss about law, liberty, and equality. So let's start.
Law, liberty, and equality are central concepts that shape the structure and functioning of political systems, governance, and society. Understanding the interrelationship between these three concepts helps illuminate how governments balance the rule of law, individual freedoms, and social justice. Number one, law. Now, what is the definition of law? Law refers to the system of rules and regulations created and enforced by a governing authority to regulate the behavior of individuals and institutions within a society. It provides a framework for maintaining order, resolving disputes, and ensuring justice. And the keywords are rules and regulations created and enforced by a governing authority to regulate the behavior of individuals and institutions within a society. Now, what are the functions of law? Number one, maintaining order. Law regulates behavior, setting limits on what individuals and groups can do. Number two, protecting rights. Law safeguards individual rights such as property rights, personal freedoms, and human rights. Ensuring justice, law provides mechanism for resolving conflicts, punishing wrongdoers, and protecting vulnerable groups. And number four, legitimizing authority, like solidifying the authority in a way you can say that. Law reinforces the legitimacy of the state by providing a codified system of rules that govern how power is exercised. Now, the next thing is rule of law. What is rule of law? The principle asserts that everyone, including the government, is subject to the law, and it ensures that laws are applied fairly, consistently, and predictably, protecting individuals from arbitrary power. It also connects closely to both liberty and equality by ensuring that freedoms are protected under legal frameworks and that laws apply equally to all. Now, the next thing is liberty. Liberty means freedom, sovereign. Okay. What is the definition of liberty now? Liberty refers to the condition in which individuals have the freedom to act according to their own will within the limits of the law. Now, it's okay, you can act on your own will, but it should be within the law. It's not like you think of killing someone and you can do it. No, it's not like that. It's a crime to kill someone or to murder someone. So, you cannot do that. You cannot do literally everything that you can think of. There are certain limits and restrictions and laws that you need to abide with. Then only you can think of any sort of freedom within those restrictions. It encompasses both the absence of coercion and the presence of personal freedoms, such as freedom of speech, liberty, and religion. Now, types of liberty. What are the types of liberty? There is a negative liberty and then there is positive liberty. The absence of external constraints or interference, allowing individuals to act freely. Negative liberty emphasizes the individual's right to be free from undue restrictions by the state or others. Example, freedom of speech, freedom of movement. Then we have positive liberty, the capacity to act upon one's free will, which may require certain enabling conditions such as education, economic opportunity, social welfare. Positive liberty emphasizes that true freedom may require the removal of obstacles that prevent individuals from realizing their potential. Example, access to education, healthcare. Liberty and law. Now, liberty is not absolute. We have already known now, and is typically exercised within the framework of laws. Laws may restrict liberty to protect others' rights and the common good. Example, laws against violence, theft, or incitement. The challenge in political theory and practice is finding the balance between maximizing individual freedoms, and maintaining social order. Okay, so this is what liberty and law actually is. That liberty is not absolute, it is typically exercised within the framework of laws. Laws may restrict liberty to protect others' rights and common good, that is, laws against violence, theft, or incitement. The challenge in political theory and practice is finding the balance between maximizing individual freedoms and maintaining social order. So, this is a very big challenge that uh, not we, that the bureaucrats, the people who are into lawmaking, the parliament, have to go through. Now, with the third thing, the equality. Now, what is equality? Equality refers to the principle that all individuals are entitled to the same rights, opportunities, and treatment under the law. It implies that no individual or group should face discrimination or undue privilege based on characteristics like race, gender, religion, or social class. So we should not discriminate anyone on the basis of either their race or their gender or religion or social class. We should treat each and everyone equally, and the laws are for each and everyone in the same way. Okay, it's not like that if a person is a son of a very renowned politician, then the laws are different for that person. No, it should not be that way. We, or you can say our constitution says that the laws, in front of the law, each and every person is alike, or you can say the same, and the law is same for everyone. It is not different for any other person. There are some exceptions to it to some extent for some people, but mostly you can say it is same for everyone. Now, what are the types of equality? Equality before the law. Everyone is subject to the same laws, and the law applies equally to all individuals without bias or favoritism. The next thing is political equality. All individuals have equal access to political participation, such as the right to vote and run for office. Social and economic equality is the fair distribution of resources, opportunities, and benefits in society, addressing issues such as poverty, education, and healthcare disparities. And social and economic equality is often seen as essential for enabling through political equality. Now, equality and law. Law serves as the primary mechanism for enforcing equality, for example, through anti discrimination laws, civil rights legislation, and policies aimed at equal opportunity. However, the relationship between equality and law can be contentious, okay, especially in debates over how far laws should go to address historical injustices or inequalities of outcomes. Example, affirmative action, wealth redistribution, and etc. Now, interrelationships between law, liberty, and equality. Number one, law as a framework for liberty and equality. The rule of law is essential for ensuring both liberty and equality. Without laws that protect rights, individual freedoms would be vulnerable to infringement. At the same time, laws ensure equality by providing a common framework that treats all individuals equally. However, law also restricts liberty to some extent, particularly where freedom conflict with the rights of others. For instance, laws limit free speech when it incites violence or discrimination. The challenge lies on how much law can curtail liberty to ensure social order and protect vulnerable groups while still safeguarding personal freedoms. In terms of equality, law must be impartial, applying equality equally to all citizens. In democratic societies, the law is an instrument to promote equal opportunities, such as through anti discrimination laws or social welfare programs. Number two is the liberty versus equality tensions. In political theory, liberty and equality are sometimes seen in tension. Liberty, especially negative liberties, emphasizes the freedom of individuals to pursue their own goals, potentially leading to unequal outcomes in wealth, status, and opportunity, which is very bad for the society. Number two, equality, particularly in a social and economic sense, may require limiting individual liberty, obviously, through taxation, regulation, or redistribution of resources to ensure a more equal distribution of wealth and opportunity. And debates over issues like welfare, healthcare, and affirmative action often reflect this tension. Philosophers like John Rawls, in his work A Theory of Justice, attempt to reconcile liberty and equality by proposing principles like the difference principle, which allows inequalities only if they benefit the least advantaged members of society. And the third point, balancing law, liberty, and equality in democracy. So, the democratic governance seeks to balance law, liberty, and equality, and laws are created through democratic processes to reflect the will of the people, protect individual liberties, and promote social justice through equal treatment under the law. Constitutional democracies often include mechanisms like constitutional rights and judicial review. Okay, constitutional rights and judicial review to ensure that the law does not unduly infringe on liberty or perpetuate inequality. For example, courts may strike down laws that violate individual freedoms or create unequal treatment. Now, positive liberty and equality of opportunity. Now, positive liberty links closely to equality of opportunity to ensure that all individuals have the real freedom to pursue their goals. Laws and policies may need to address social and economic inequalities. Example, access to education, healthcare, and fair wages. Without such enabling conditions, formal legal equality may fail to translate into meaningful freedom for disadvantaged groups. Number five, law as a tool for social justice. Law can be used as a mechanism for achieving social justice, which seeks to reconcile liberty and equality. Legal reforms and civil rights movements and constitutional amendments are often driven by the goal of making societies both freer and more equal. And civil rights laws, such as those that prohibit discrimination based on race, gender, or sexual orientation, are designed to ensure both liberty, freedom from discrimination, and equality, which is equal treatment under the law. So this is what right. This is what that there was that we need to study in law, liberty, and equality in terms of political science. Hope you have enjoyed the video.